Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Flow Podcast. I'm Michael, and today I'm here with Emily.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily. I'm so happy you're here. This episode is for you.
That's right, Emily. Today we'll talk about a simple morning English routine that can help learners improve without stress.
Stay with us until the end because we'll give you a 5-minute morning routine and a comment challenge you can try tomorrow.
And before we jump in, make sure to visit our website. You can get a free PDF of today's podcast there. It really helps you follow along.
Yes, definitely get the PDF. Also, please like this video, subscribe to the English Flow podcast, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
Oh, and don't forget the comments.
Right. We want you to comment down below, type the words "no drama," just direction, and then tell us one morning English habit you want to start. So no drama, just direction. We can't wait to read them.
Awesome. So, Emily, let's talk about mornings. Why do we always reach for our phones right when we wake up?
Well, it's because of how our brains work. We have these big, beautiful dreams, right? Like learning to speak English fluently.
Oh, yeah. That's a huge dream for so many of our listeners.
But a dream is just the final stop. It's the magic. Think of your dream like a beautiful garden on the roof of a very, very tall building.
A rooftop garden. Okay, I like that picture.
You want to be up there, you want to feel the wind, look at the city, speak English perfectly, but you can't just fly up there. Gravity exists.
Right, you need a way to get up.
Exactly, you need stairs. And those stairs, the steps you actually put your feet on, those are your goals. A goal is the math. It's the map.
So the dream is the roof, but the goals are the stairs.
Yes. But here's the problem. We spend all our time staring up at the roof. We think, wow, learning English is going to take thousands of hours.
And that feels really scary.
It is scary. Your brain looks at that huge building and says, no way, that takes too much energy. I want to survive. So your brain tries to keep you safe from the hard work.
Wait, really? Our brains think learning English is dangerous.
Basically, yes. Your brain wants to save energy. When a task is too big, your brain gets stressed. It says, let's just do something easy and safe instead.
And that is why I stay in bed and look at funny cat videos on my phone.
We all do it. That brings us to a very important word for today. Distracted.
Distracted. That's a great B1 word.
Distracted means losing your focus because of something else. For example, I tried to read my English book, but I got distracted by a funny video on my phone.
That happens to me every morning. I'm very distracted.
So how do we fix this?
Yeah.
Our friends Maya and Leo, who inspired a lot of our thinking today, they talk about something amazing. It's called a daily anchor.
A daily anchor, like on a boat.
Exactly like on a boat. A heavy metal anchor goes into the water to stop the ship from floating away. A daily anchor in your life is a tiny, tiny action that keeps your dreams safe.
How tiny? Give me an example.
Well, Maya wants to write a children's book. That's a huge dream. But her daily anchor is not writing a whole chapter. Her anchor is just writing exactly 200 words while she drinks her morning coffee.
200 words, that's not very much.
No, it only takes her maybe 10 minutes. And even if the words are bad, she just hits 200 and stops. That is her anchor.
Wow. And Leo, what's his anchor?
Leo wants to run a really long race. A half marathon, but his anchor is just putting his running shoes on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Wait, just putting his shoes on, that's it?
That's it.
But Emily, putting on shoes doesn't make you a runner. You have to actually run outside, right? Isn't that too easy?
I thought the same thing. But it works because of how we start things. It is very hard to start a big task. If Leo says, I have to run 5 kilometers today, his brain gets scared and distracted.
Right. The brain says, too much energy, stay on the sofa.
Yes. But if the goal is just put on shoes, the brain says, oh, that's easy. That takes no energy. So he puts the shoes on.
And then what happens?
Well, once his shoes are on, he's already dressed for a run. It's actually harder to take the shoes off and sit back down, so he usually just goes outside.
Oh, I see. He tricks his brain.
He does. And this connects to another great word we need to learn today. Realistic.
Realistic. Okay, how do we explain that?
Realistic means something that is possible and sensible for you to do. For example, learning 10 new English words a day is a realistic goal.
Right. But trying to learn 1,000 words a day is not realistic.
Exactly. A daily anchor must be realistic. So, let's think about our morning English routine. What is a realistic daily anchor for our listeners?
Instead of scrolling on the phone, maybe the anchor is just opening an English podcast. Just pressing play.
I love that. The anchor is not study for an hour. The anchor is just listen to one English song or write one sentence in a notebook.
That feels very safe. It lowers the stress.
And there's a big but here. Even if you have an anchor, your phone is going to fight you.
Oh, yeah. The phone always fights back.
Maya and Leo call these distractions dream eaters. Things that eat your dreams.
Wow.
Phones, the TV, a comfortable bed.
They are very hungry dream eaters.
They really are. Have you ever told yourself, I will just check social media for 2 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every day. And then 2 hours pass, and I have no idea what happened.
Right. The dream eaters win because they're so easy to start. You don't need any energy to scroll on a phone.
So how do we fight the dream eaters?
Yeah.
How do we build this morning routine if our phones are so addictive?
We have to be intentional. That's another vocabulary word for us. Intentional.
Intentional. I like that word.
Intentional means doing something on purpose, with focus. For example, I am intentional about my mornings, so I don't look at my phone right away.
Okay. So how do we get intentional against the dream eaters?
2 ways. First, manage your space. If you want to study English in the morning, do not keep your phone next to your bed. Put it in another room.
Oh, that's hard. People love sleeping next to their phones.
I know, but you have to protect your focus. If you want to eat healthy, you don't keep chocolate on your desk, right?
True. If the chocolate is there, I will eat it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make the bad habit harder to do. Put the phone away. Put the English book right next to your coffee cup.
Okay, I like that. Make the good habit easy. Make the bad habit hard. What is the second way?
The second way is magic. It's called the 10-minute deal.
The 10-minute deal. Tell me about that.
When you wake up and your brain feels lazy and you really do not want to practice English, you make a deal with yourself.
You talk to yourself.
Yes. You say, okay, brain, I will only practice English for 10 minutes. I will set a timer. If I still feel terrible after 10 minutes, I'm allowed to stop.
Wait, you just give yourself permission to quit.
Yes, completely free of guilt. But here's the secret. You almost never quit.
Really? Why not?
Because of momentum. Here's our next vocabulary word. Momentum.
Momentum. That's a fun word to say. Momentum.
Momentum is when you start moving, and it gets easier to keep moving. For example, I didn't want to study, but after 5 minutes, I had momentum and finished the whole chapter.
Oh, I see. Getting started is the hardest part.
Yes. The 10-minute deal tricks your brain to just start. Once you start reading or listening to English, your brain wakes up. You feel good. By the time 10 minutes is over, it is easier to keep going than to stop.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So a good morning routine could be wake up, leave the phone in the other room, sit down with coffee, and make a 10-minute deal to just do a little bit of English.
Listen, speak, write, or review, just for 10 minutes.
I love that. Listen to a podcast, speak a few sentences out loud, write one thing down, or just review yesterday's words.
Exactly. But Michael, we have to talk about the hardest part of learning English.
What is the hardest part?
What happens when you do your morning routine for a month and you still feel like you can't speak English well?
Oh, man, that is the worst feeling. You put in the work, but you see zero results.
Yes. A lot of people quit right there. But Maya and Leo share a beautiful story to help us understand this. It's the story of the Chinese bamboo tree.
A tree. Okay, how does a tree help us learn English?
It's a special kind of tree. When you plant a Chinese bamboo seed, you have to water the soil every single day.
Okay, water it every day.
Yes. But for the whole first year, you see nothing. Just flat dirt.
No little green leaves.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. And year 2, still nothing. Year 3, you keep watering the flat dirt. Nothing grows.
I would be so angry. I would think the seed is dead.
Everyone would. Year 4, still flat dirt. But then in year 5, something crazy happens. The tree finally breaks through the dirt, and it grows almost 30 meters high in just 6 weeks.
30 meters in 6 weeks? That's impossible.
That's what people think. They ask, did the tree take 6 weeks to grow 30 meters, or did it take 5 years?
Oh, wow. It took 5 years.
Exactly, because for those first 4 years, the tree was growing its roots underground.
Yeah.
It was building a massive, strong system under the dirt so it could support a huge tree later.
If it tried to grow big right away, the wind would just knock it down.
Exactly, and this is exactly how the human brain learns a language like English.
Really? Our brains have roots.
Sort of. When you practice your English every morning, you are watering the dirt. You might look in the mirror and think, I still can't speak well. I see no results.
Right. It feels like flat dirt.
But under the surface, inside your head, your brain is building strong roads. It's making new connections. There's a cool science word for this, but we'll just keep it simple. Your brain is building roots.
It's building the foundation.
Yes. And this requires you to be consistent. Let's explain the word consistent.
Consistent. This is very important for learning.
Consistent means doing something the same way over time. For example, if you study for 5 minutes every single day, you are consistent.
Even when you feel tired. Even when you see no results.
Right. You have to trust that the roots are growing. If you are consistent with your morning routine, one day the English will just flow out naturally, the bamboo will break through the dirt.
That is a beautiful way to look at it. So don't give up in year 3.
Please don't give up. But it is very hard, especially because of other people.
Other people, you mean like friends and family?
Yes. We call them the naysayers. Naysayers are negative people who criticize your dreams.
Yeah. I know a few naysayers. They're the ones who say, why are you studying so early? You're never going to use English anyway.
Exactly. Maya says it feels like someone throws a bucket of cold water on your warm fire.
That hurts, especially when it's your own family. Why do people do that?
Well, it's really interesting. Usually when someone says your goal is impossible, they're actually just talking about their own fears.
Wait, They are talking about themselves?
Yes. If your friend says, you can't learn English, you are too old, what they really mean is, I am too scared to try something new, and I don't have the discipline to study.
Wow. So they want to pull you down so they don't feel bad about themselves.
Exactly. They are projecting, so you don't need to get angry. Just say, thank you for your opinion, and go back to watering your bamboo tree.
That takes a lot of confidence, which is another good word for us today. Confidence.
Yes. Confidence means believing in yourself. For example, she spoke English with a lot of confidence.
You have to have confidence to ignore the negative people.
But Michael, the external negative people aren't the worst ones. The worst naysayer is inside our own head.
Oh, the internal voice. The one says, I am so stupid I can't remember these vocabulary words.
Yes, we are so mean to ourselves. If your best friend came to you crying, saying, I'm so stupid I can't learn this language, what would you do?
I would give them a hug. I would say, no, you are not stupid. Learning a language is super hard. Look at how much you've already learned. Just keep trying.
Right. You would be kind. But when we make a mistake, we yell at ourselves. We call ourselves names.
We really do. Why are we like that?
We think that being mean to ourselves will make us work harder. But it doesn't. It just makes the brain feel stressed, and then we want to quit.
So the advice is to be your own best friend.
Yes. Give yourself grace. Progress is messy. Sometimes you take 2 steps forward and 1 step backward. That is normal.
Which brings up a big question. What happens when we mess up? Like, let's say I do my morning routine for a whole week. I don't look at my phone. I practice English. But then on Tuesday, I sleep late. I miss my routine. And then I miss Wednesday. And Thursday.
This happens to everybody. Life gets busy.
But then I feel so much guilt. I feel like I ruined my perfect streak. And because I feel bad, I just stop studying English for a whole month.
Yes. The guilt is the real problem here, not the missed days. There's a story from a listener named Carlos. He did exactly that. He missed 3 days, felt guilty, and quit for a month.
Poor Carlos. I feel his pain.
To help Carlos, Maya, and Leo talk about the flat tire theory, this is my favorite part of the whole discussion.
The flat tire theory. Okay, tell me the story.
Imagine you were driving your car on a beautiful highway. Everything is going great. Suddenly you run over a nail. Bam! One of your tires goes flat. You pull over to the side of the road.
Okay, I have 1 flat tire. That's annoying.
What do you do next? Do you get out of the car, look at the 1 flat tire, and say, well, I am a terrible driver. My trip is ruined. And then you take a knife and you slash the other 3 perfect tires.
Slash the good tires. No. That is crazy. I would never do that.
It is crazy, right? No one would destroy 3 good tires just because 1 went flat. You would just fix the flat one and keep driving.
Exactly. You just put on the spare tire and go.
But Michael, this is exactly what we do with our goals.
Wait. Oh, wow. I see it now.
Carlos had 1 flat tire. He missed 3 days of his routine. But instead of just fixing it and starting again on day 4, he slashed all his tires. He destroyed a whole month of progress because he felt guilty.
That is huge. We get so obsessed with being perfect. If we break our perfect streak, we just destroy everything.
Yes, guilt is a trick. Your brain uses guilt as an excuse to just quit completely. We need to remember another vocabulary phrase here. Get back on track.
Get back on track.
It means starting your good habit again after you stop. For example, I missed studying yesterday, but today I will get back on track.
You just fix the tire and keep driving.
Exactly. The secret is this. Starting again is the superpower.
I really like that. Starting again is the superpower. Not being perfect.
Perfect doesn't exist. The most successful English learners are not the ones who study perfectly every single day. They are the ones who fail, notice the flat tire, forgive themselves, and get back on track the very next morning.
They fix the tire quickly.
Yes, their recovery time is fast. So let's think about all this for our morning routine. We don't need a huge, scary goal that makes our brain want to stay in bed.
Right. No looking at the rooftop. We just need a daily anchor.
Just one small step on the stairs. Put the phone in the other room to stop the dream eaters.
And use the 10-minute deal. Just tell yourself, I'm only going to listen to English for 10 minutes.
Trust the bamboo tree. Even if you don't feel fluent yet, your roots are growing. You are building connections in your brain.
Ignore the naysayers.
Yeah.
Be your own best friend.
And most importantly, when you have a flat tire,
don't slash the other 3 tires. Just get back on track tomorrow.
Exactly. Because small steps add up. That is our last vocabulary phrase for today. Small steps add up.
What does that mean exactly?
It means tiny actions become a big result over time. For example, 5 minutes of reading a day doesn't seem like much, but small steps add up to finishing a whole book.
5 minutes of morning English becomes fluency over time.
It really does. You do not need a perfect morning. You just need one tiny 10-minute anchor.
This has been such a great conversation, Emily. I feel really motivated for tomorrow morning.
Me too. And to all our listeners, we have a question for you to think about. Think about an English habit or a goal that you gave up on recently because you missed a few days and felt guilty.
Yeah. What is your own personal flat tire sitting in the driveway right now?
And what would it look like to just go out there, fix the tire, forgive yourself, and start driving again tomorrow?
Just try the 5-minute routine. Listen, speak, write a review. Pick one.
And remember our comment challenge. Go down to the comments right now. Type no drama, just direction. And tell us the one morning English habit you are going to try tomorrow.
We really read every single comment, guys. We love seeing your progress.
And don't forget to visit our website to download the free PDF for today's episode.
Yeah.
It has all the vocabulary words we talked about. Consistent, distracted, momentum, intentional, realistic, confidence, get back on track, and small steps add up.
Such a helpful list. Thank you so much for joining us on the English Flow podcast today.
Drop the anger. Start again tomorrow. We believe in you.
See you next time, everyone. Keep flowing.